Hey guys, this is Saints Fan Reactions, and today is going to be a little bit different of a video. It's not going to be a reaction. I don't know if you see Mr. Mace Window over here, and I told you guys in a couple other videos that I pre-ordered a Infinity Gauntlet, like the actual life-size Infinity Gauntlet from Hot Toys. They're expensive toys, but they're so realistic and awesome, and I don't splurge on many things. So once in a blue moon, I buy something ridiculous like that, but it's something I really, really like. Like, it's not like, oh, I need that, and then I forget about it. This video is going to show you my first purchase of something expensive and crazy, but that I literally display in my room ever since I got it, and I look at every day, and I love. And it has to do with Mr. Mace Window. It is my Saber Forge lightsaber. I had this made custom 3 or 4 years ago. I saw these on YouTube, and they're literally handmade out of like NASA shit. I don't know the specifics. All I know is they're built like crazy good. Like if lightsabers were real, this would be the thing. It was, you could get one on like eBay for like $200-300 used, but that's like totally based out. Some of them don't even light up, some of them don't even make sounds or anything. This one does everything. I literally went on eBay and I was like, oh, I'll just buy that one, and I'm like, oh, well, it's not the color I want, like, it doesn't do the sounds I want, or it doesn't do this. There's so many options. Believe it or not, this can go up to $1,000, and that's what mine cost. Adding up the options, and it was like, all right, you could do a gem in the middle. Where did I put it? Oh, it's in there. It's in there. There's a gem in the middle. So when I turn it on, it actually reflects off the gem, and it actually makes it look 10 times cooler. Like, see it? That's with the gem. It'll like glow. If I turn it, it'll like glow. If I take, I'll turn it off now. I gotta hold it. If I take out the gem, watch. It'll actually shine a beam like a flashlight. It'll actually like if I shine it at the camera, it's insanely bright. You could get different levels of brightness. I got the strongest one, and you could hear the sounds. It makes incredible sounds. It's like really loud. Very cool. So I'm going to show you step by step what the options are. First off, I got the most expensive hilt and the most expensive lightsaber. First, when you go on the site, it starts off like a car. It's like, here's the base model. You can get this without this hilt. So like just the hilt starts at like, I don't know, figure like $100. It might be different now. This is back years ago when I bought it. But just the hilt, it's like starts like $100. Then you pick the top part. I got the fanciest top part because you can see it's like very intricate. It's got all these like little prongs that come off with the space in the middle that the gem goes through, so you can see it. I honestly like it better with the gem because it doesn't blind. So I'm going to slide the gem in. You'll see it reflects better. So it like prevents it from shining around, but I think I like it better when it shines through the gem. This is what was the cost. So it was like another $150 for the top part because it's so intricate. It's got these 3 little prongs. It's got the windows so the gem can shine through. Very few of them have windows like this so that you could have a gem in it. I'm looking, sorry, I keep looking over there, but like I need to see what I'm pointing at. So yeah, very few of these have the gem, this thing. If you go on the site and look, I think there, at the time I bought it, I think there was like 3 different ones that actually had the window, and I thought that was awesome. Also have to buy a blade, a lightsaber blade that pops in so you could actually have it look cooler and duel with it if you want and whatnot. But there are also different thicknesses and sizes of blades. There are different lengths. There are different qualities of strength. There are different thicknesses. If you want to just display it, you buy a display one that's very cheap. If you want to duel with it, I have the highest strength blade you could get. I literally can beat it against a tree and it won't even dent or nick. It is, eventually it will. I've tested its limits, but it is pretty strong. Like, I'm talking like years of rapid abuse, and it like might have like one little scuff. But the blades cost big money too, and you could always replace just the blade. But I like having this option because you can light it up and show it off without having to use the blade, and it's more convenient. This is what I will show you next. So I take the gem out. See, you can see how much brighter it gets. It like lights up my whole face. But with the gem, it like seals it off. Like, yeah, I could put it right in my face. The top looks cooler too. The top has like a pattern so it kind of shines through. I dig all that. All that was more money though, but like you could just get like a standard one and it's like a lot cheaper. But I thought that was pretty cool. The hilt is wrapped in leather. You could just get a regular solid metal hilt. The hilt was like wrapped in leather. I got it stained, and you could get like just regular natural look. I got the stained leather with the wrap. So every little thing adds $10 or $20, $100, this and that and that. It went from like $150 for like your standard one to like almost $1,000. But like I said, I don't splurge often. So like when I want to have my toys, I want to have my toys. And you put this in. Now I'm not gonna, there's like a tool. Jesus Christmas, that gets bright, doesn't it? When you put the blade in, it gets so much brighter. But there is a Allen wrench and all these little prongs. Well, I'll take this back out for now because that is bright. All these little prongs detach. Like, see, I don't know if you can see how it's wiggly. I could take these off and I could like use it just like regular. But I mean, I think these things look badass. And they also help hold in the blade better. So they're all, you could tighten them all. Each one has a thing. You could take them off. You could tighten them if you wanted to like really grip the blade. Then there's a thing over here where you could take it completely out and you could lower the blade in and whatnot. I don't know if you just realized what happened there, but that was another expensive option. If I take the hilt and I just go like this with my hand, it changes color. You could, I don't know, they might be different now, but back when I did it, you could only have 3 colors. Like 3 was the max, but I think it was like $100 for 2, $150 for 3, but I got 3. So mine does orange. So you got orange, pink, and then purple, Mace Windu. I love Mace Windu, one of my favorite Jedi, and I love purple. Purple's like my favorite color. So I could actually change the color. That was another big thing, like I said. All these things cost money. I don't want you to think you're going to go on the website and spend $200 and get something like this. I'm showing you a maxed out version of it. All right. So now if you hit it, so it actually makes like collide sound. And it will actually make, you can see it flash. That was an option too. It's called Strike and Glow or something. If I hit my bed. Light on Clash, I think it's called. But I'm going to change it to the orange. The orange is the best way to see what it does. You see it? So orange is the best way to see what it's doing. Because it'll like, it's called something on Clash. But you can see it like lights up and everything. Pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool when it retracts. It actually has the effect where it goes from top to bottom, like it's really, and when you turn it on, you'll see it'll actually go from bottom to top, like it's actually lighting up. See, it goes from top to bottom. And then bottom. It's very quick, but you can tell if you really pay attention. From bottom to top, top to bottom. Bottom, top, top to bottom. See, this one turns it on. And then you hold it down, turn it off. This one, when it's off, will do every sound from each movie. So each movie has like its own distinct sounds. Like there were slight differences from like the lightsaber clashes to like the actual sound of it going on and off. So like this, that's the first movie. Essence 504. Each one has its own. I think there's 6 or 7 different ones. And then that is separate tracks. I could actually plug it into my computer and make it do my own sounds. Like my ringtone is, "That's a lot of nuts." I could literally plug in my lightsaber, and when I clash the lightsaber, it will literally go, "That's a lot of nuts. That's a lot of nuts." And it'll like, I can make it do whatever I want. I can make it go shithead, and it'll go shit instead of going ksh, ksh, it'll go shithead every time I fucking hit it, which is pretty cool. In all honesty, I bought the feature. I've never used it. As crazy as that might sound, it might sound like it's a lot of fun to play with, but I was so into all the other sounds that by the time it got around to me doing that, I was like, I want it to be authentic, and I have every Star Wars sound you could imagine built in. So I don't want to like buy $1,000 lightsaber and then make it say shithead when I clash, if you get what I'm saying. It's like I didn't buy it as a joke. I bought it because I love Star Wars and I love the actual lightsaber itself. So I'm not going to make a mockery of it and do that. But I have the option if I want to. Maybe in a few years, it'll come in handy if I make a video and I want my lightsaber to say shithead when I hit somebody. So Father Son is this. You can hear how that sounds. And then this, if you hit the button, it'll fire like a bolt. See? And when you fire, it's like it's supposed to be the clash. So if you don't want to hit the actual object into things, you can just hit the button when you clash. I'm going to turn the light off, actually. And you can see without the gem how much it literally is like a freaking crazy flashlight without the gem. But you can see. Now, I'll put the blade back in just for these effects. I just wanted to show you. But yeah, if you go. So now this is the first movie sounds. Or I could be wrong with the order, but it's one of the movies. So now I'm going to retract it. I go to the next one. Father, and it will always start over. Father, Son. Essence is the next one. Oh, this is episode 1. Okay. You have to hit it quick. If you don't hit it twice before Father Son finishes, it'll stay in Father Son. You have to hit the one you want. So I'll show you like. That's Essence 2. See, this is episode 2. We got Father Son, Essence, episode 2. So that's episode 2. Essence 501. That's the 4th one. 501. That one is the 5th one. Standard issue is the 6th one. And then Separate Tracks is the 7th. Now, I'm going to show you some of the differences. So Father Son we heard. Essence. Now here is Essence. Hear it? It like hums. And see, the clash is different. It depends on what movie and what kind of things you like. This one's pretty cool. And the way it hums, it's got a much deeper hum. It actually looks like it's even brighter. But the clash is better. Like, look at the clash is much, because it holds the clash. This is my favorite one, because it holds the clash so you can see the difference in color. Yeah, so it'll like, I don't know, pretty cool. Now this is standard issue. They're very similar in sound and everything, but if you're a Star Wars fan, you understand what I'm talking about. Everyone has their favorite movie, their favorite saber, their favorite moment, and this will make it so you could reenact exactly what you want. And like I said, you could get one or all of them put in. I got all of them put in because I didn't know which one I'd like or which one I'd want. Essence. This is Essence 1. You could hear how crazy it hums. That's like intentional. It's supposed to be a very deep, ominous hum. And you could see the clash and the fire. It's much more noticeable than the others. And if you hold it down, you do force lock. Like if you're like clashing blades, and then you hold it again, it goes off. This is Essence 2. Yeah, here, that one has like, this one is my favorite, Essence 2. It has, like it has the hum, but not nearly as loud as Essence 1. But it's like, I dig that vibration. I dig like the vibration and the hum, but the Essence 1 is way too much. But this one also has the hold. It has like the longest hold on the deflection of the saber, which is my favorite because it makes this. I paid the extra money for the color change so that I could have the clash look different. Otherwise, the irregular ones, the standard blades, just they don't show a clash because it's one solid color. So all it does is just flicker the blade, but it doesn't actually change color like that. I dig that because it literally lights up the whole room. If I want purple, flicker the wrist. Now it's pink. But see, I don't like using pink. See, if I did it all again, I would get different colors. Because pink looks too much like purple. But, and like when I do the clash, see, like I'm clashing. That's clash. This is my example of why you should get multiple colors. Because if you have like one color, for some reason the clash is purple, but because it's pink, it's like you could barely tell. You could slightly see a flicker, but it's so similar, the colors, that it won't show. That's why, like now if I go to purple, now this is purple. If I go to purple, now you see the clash because the orange is the next in line. So the orange will clash with the purple, but because the purple is after the pink, you can't even see it. So I wouldn't have gotten purple and pink. I would have gotten like blue or something. So yeah, it's like, you know, but you could see the blade. Like, see, the blade is like, it's long. There's different size blades. There's like, you can get one that's like this. You don't have to get a blade at all. You can get one that's like, I think it's like here, and then like full. This is like the longest one, I think. 30 inches, I think it is. But it's long. And it, like I said, it'll take a beating. It's just making that sound because I didn't tighten it. But it'll take, I literally could bash this radiator right here in half. No, it won't bash it in half. But I could literally beat this into that radiator, and the radiator would dent before this thing. I'm not even kidding you. This shit is like so fucking strong. And it even bends. It's like bendable, but it's just like, there's videos on YouTube. Sorry, you can't see me. There's videos on YouTube of guys, you Google it if you don't believe me. Saber Forge, look up these things on YouTube. There are guys that beat them into steel like beams and trees and maybe get like a scuff after like 100 times or something. They're built really well is my point. So if you ever wanted one of these, here's the breakdown. I'm going to give it to you straight so you know what you want and what it costs. Hilt, about 100, 150. If you get this silly thing with the window so you could see through the thing, only like 2 or 3 come like that. Most of the Sith blades only come with this. I don't think there was any Jedi blades that came with windows. There might have been one, but I think most of them were Sith. People that know sabers will know that you have a Sith saber. I don't care because I like the dark side. Then the sounds up another 150 to 200 bucks depending on how many or if you get all of them. The blade can go anywhere from like $40 to $100 depending on the quality of the blade and the size. Then the wrapping and stuff like that. I had the hilt is separate from just the hilt. You can get special wrapping, you can get special stain. Oh, and then like I said, you could pay extra to have the soundboard put in that lets you put in sounds from your own computer. So if you add it all up, this thing was probably anywhere from $800 to $1,000 fully loaded. I don't regret it at all. I think it's friggin' awesome. And I figured I'd show you guys so you can decide if one day you want your own lightsaber. I think I'm going to end it there. And I'll see you guys on the... Ooh. Dig the little lights here that light up. See them? I dig everything about it. I think it's pretty badass. If you like this kind of stuff, it's a cool toy. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked it. Comment down below if you want, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.